personnel participating in the ceremony should exercise caution to ensure that wings will not be pinned in an aggressive manner that would cause any injury to the soldiers. All pinning ceremonies must be conducted with the utmost respect for the dignity and physical well-being of the graduates. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, the commander of Bravo Company, 2nd Battalion, 210th Aviation Regiment, Captain Mushili Billy. At this time, we'd like to recognize all veterans in attendance and watching online. Thank you for your selfless service and sacrifice in the defense of our nation. Distinguished guests, family members, and friends, on behalf of the 128th Aviation Brigade Command Team, welcome to today's graduation ceremony for 15 Tango UH-60 helicopter repair classes 004 and 005-25. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the invocation given by Chaplain Captain Coltrane and remain standing for the playing of our national anthem.
I invite you to pray. Holy God, this morning as we welcome this new group of soldiers into the aviation family, we give thanks for all the ways that this journey has challenged them and transformed them. We are grateful for the hard work they have done and the people who have cared for them and supported them along the way. Even as we pause for a moment to celebrate this graduation, we know that these soldiers are preparing for the next chapter in the incredible journey above the best. May you guide each of them here, giving them wisdom and humility. We ask that you bless our nation and grant us peace. Amen.
Please be seated. Army aviation maintenance training began at Fort Eustis, Virginia in 1954. Since its beginning, Fort Eustis has continued a legacy of maintenance training excellence, training active duty, National Guard, and Army Reserve soldiers, along with Air Force personnel and international partners, with a lineage that dates back to Operation Just Cause in Panama. The Army redesignated the United States Army Aviation Logistics School as the 128th Aviation Brigade on February 1st, 2012. Today, the 128th Aviation Brigade trains over 5,500 soldiers annually in every Army aviation helicopter specialty. A 15 Tango UH-60 helicopter repairer is primarily responsible for the maintenance of a UH-60 Blackhawk helicopters. They remove and install aircraft subsystem assemblies such as engines, rotors, gearboxes, transmissions, and mechanical flight controls, service and lubricate aircraft and subsystems, prepare aircraft for inspections and maintenance checks, and diagnose, troubleshoot faults for all aircraft components. The guest speaker for today's ceremony is Chief Warrant Officer 5, retired Jay Knopp. Chief Warrant Officer retired Knopp served for 28 years in the United States Army. He began his career in 1994 as a light vehicle mechanic before transitioning to aviation. Appointed a warrant officer in 2001, retiring in 2022, during his time in service, he had accumulated over 3,700 flight hours on multiple platforms, served numerous deployments overseas, and was awarded numerous awards. Please refer to CW5 Knopp's biography in your program to learn more about his selfless service to our nation. Please join us in giving a warm welcome to Chief Warrant Officer 5, retired Jay Knopp.
Morning. Colonel Morshead, Sergeant Major Nuvali, CW5 Chambers, Lieutenant Colonel Como, Command Sergeant Major Margiano, Captain Billy, First Sergeant Wells, other distinguished guests, cadre, families, and graduates of Class 004 and 00525. It is an absolute honor for me to stand here today as a retired CW5 Army aviator to speak to you, the next generation of 15 Tango Blackhawk mechanics. Although, I am pretty sure you just all wanted to see if the mythical CW5 does exist. People do compare us to unicorns. They believe we're real, but they just never see us. Today is a milestone in your career, one that you've worked tirelessly to reach, and I have no doubt that each and every one of you will go on to achieve great things. When I first became a pilot, I was often reminded of the simple truth: a helicopter is only as good as the people who maintain it. And let me tell you, that truth is as real today as it was then. Without you, the Blackhawk mechanic would never get off the ground, let alone carry out the missions it was designed for. The dedication, skill, and commitment you've shown in getting to this point will ensure that our helicopters and our soldiers stay safe and effective in every mission, every day. In the Army, aviation is not just about flying. It's about teamwork. As a pilot, my job was to navigate the skies, execute missions, and make split-second decisions in complex and often dangerous environments. But none of that could have been possible without you, the mechanics. You are the backbone of Army operations. Every time I strapped into that cockpit, I trusted the mechanics to ensure that the aircraft I was flying was ready to go and capable of performing under the most extreme conditions. It is an incredible responsibility, and I can tell you firsthand, knowing that aircraft was in their hands gave me the confidence to focus on the mission ahead. Your role goes beyond just fixing things that break. You're the reasons we can conduct operations in places where others wouldn't dare. You're the ones who ensure our helicopters are mission ready, whether it's for general utility, search and rescue, medevac, or combat operations. That's why the work you do is invaluable. Without you, the rest of the Army wouldn't be able to do their jobs. As you've learned during your training, attention to detail is everything. Whether it's a small part of the engine or a single bolt, it all matters. Whether you're in the field, on the tarmac, or performing maintenance under pressure, that attention to detail can be the difference between a successful mission and a catastrophic failure. I know it might seem like an overwhelming task at times. There are so many systems, so many parts to check, and so much to memorize. But remember this, excellence is built from the small things, and you may be going on the test flight as well. Every time you take the time to do it right, no matter how small the task may seem, you're building a foundation of trust and reliability. That is what will make you stand out as a professional and a soldier. Throughout my career, I had the privilege of working with some of the best mechanics in the world, and I can tell you the relationship between aviators and mechanics is built on trust and mutual respect. There were times when my crews and I had to make difficult decisions in the aircraft, but we never made those decisions without consulting the mechanics. Your expertise and judgment were always part of the equation. Your ability to diagnose, troubleshoot, and fix even the most complex issues allowed us to push the envelope and complete missions that were critical to our success. So, as you transition from AIT to your next assignment, I encourage you to build the relationships with the pilots you'll be working alongside. Talk to them, understand their needs and concerns, and listen to their experience. The best teams are those that work together seamlessly, and that start with communication and trust between mechanics and aviators. For many of you, today is just the beginning of your Army aviation career. As you continue to develop your skills and knowledge, don't forget the importance of leadership and mentorship. You are the next generation, and the day will come when you will be the ones leading, teaching, and guiding new soldiers into the profession. Remember, leadership isn't about rank. It's about setting an example. It's about being the person others can rely on. Lead with integrity, with humility, and with the same commitment to excellence you've demonstrated throughout your training. And when you find yourself in a position to mentor others, do so with the same patience and guidance that you've received. Your experience and wisdom will be invaluable to the next generation of mechanics. You've chosen a path of service, a path that demands more than many others will ever understand. You will be away from your families. You will sacrifice time and comfort. And you will be placed in challenging environments. But you'll also be part of something bigger than yourself. You'll be part of a team that works to defend this nation, to protect the freedoms we enjoy, and to save lives in peril. That service is a bond that unites all of us, regardless of whether we're pilots or mechanics, enlisted or officers. In the Army, we are soldiers, and we share the same mission to protect and defend. As you take these next steps in your career, I encourage you to carry forward the lessons you've learned here at AIT, the knowledge you've gained, the skills you've developed, and the bonds you've formed. They will serve you well in the years to come. Know that you are critical to the success of every aviation operation, and the responsibility you bear is one of the highest honor. On behalf of all aviators who have flown with and relied on you, the 15 Tango, I thank you for your service. I wish you the best as you begin this exciting chapter in your Army career. So thank you. Congratulations again. And remember, if Chief's hat's on his desk, he's around somewhere. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is with great honor that we will now present diplomas to the graduates. Please feel free to move around and take photos throughout the presentation. The distinguished graduate is that soldier who received the highest marks throughout the course. These graduates are selected on academic standings, leadership, physical fitness, and discipline. The distinguished graduate will receive a certificate of achievement from the 128th Aviation Brigade and a brigade coin. The distinguished graduate for 15 Tango UH-60 Black Hawk Repairer Class 004 is Specialist Natalie Mayancella. Specialist Natalie Mayancella is from Queens, New York, and will be assigned to 34th Combat Aviation Brigade, New York National Guard. The honor graduate is that soldier who is second highest graduate of their class. They will receive a certificate of achievement from the 128th Aviation Brigade. The honor graduate for 15 Tango UH-60 Black Hawk Repairer Class 004 is Private First Class Carson Owen. Private First Class Carson Owen is from Mount Pleasant, Texas, and will be assigned to 1st Armored Division Combat Aviation Brigade, Fort Bliss, Texas. Private First Class Nia Greenwood is from Boise, Idaho, and will be assigned to the 34th Combat Aviation Brigade, Idaho National Guard. Private First Class Uriah Henson. Private First Class Uriah Henson is from Van Buren, Arkansas, and will be assigned to the 160th Special Operations Aviation Regiment, Fort Campbell, Kentucky. Private First Class Leonardo Hernandez. Private First Class Leonardo Hernandez is from Brownsville, Texas, and will be assigned to the 160th Special Operations Aviation Regiment, Fort Campbell, Kentucky. Private First Class Blaine Lee. Private First Class Blaine Lee is from Cochraton, Pennsylvania, and will be assigned to the 10th Combat Aviation Brigade, Fort Drum, New York. Family members and guests selected for pinning, please come forward now to honor our graduates as they prepare to take the next step in their Army aviation careers. Please be seated. Private Second Class Robert Hines. Private Second Class Robert Hines is from Portland, Oregon, and will be assigned to the 1st Armored Division Combat Aviation Brigade, Fort Bliss, Texas. Private Second Class Daniel Johnson. Private Second Class Daniel Johnson is from Spokane, Washington, and will be assigned to the 1st Combat Aviation Brigade, Fort Riley, Kansas. Private Second Class Marcus Montez. Private Second Class Marcus Montez is from West Jordan, Utah, and will be assigned to the 1st Armored Division Combat Aviation Brigade, Fort Bliss, Texas. Private Second Class Nicholas Severin. Private Second Class Nicholas Severin is from Millsboro, Delaware, and will be assigned to the 4th Combat Aviation Brigade, Fort Carson, Colorado. Private Second Class William Small. Private Second Class William Small is from Tucson, Arizona, and will be assigned to the 1st Armored Division Combat Aviation Brigade, Fort Bliss, Texas. Specialist Jason Brace. Specialist Jason Brace is from Boise, Idaho, and will be assigned to the 34th Combat Aviation Brigade, Idaho National Guard. Family members and guests selected for pinning, please come forward now to honor our graduates as they prepare to take the next step in their Army aviation careers. Please be seated. Specialist Eban Demophiles. Specialist Eban Demophiles is from New York, New York, and will be assigned to the 42nd Combat Aviation Brigade, New York National Guard. Specialist Daniel Hicks. Specialist Daniel Hicks is from Half Moon, New York, and will be assigned to the 42nd Combat Aviation Brigade, New York National Guard. Specialist Tyler Knopp. Specialist Tyler Knopp is from Bismarck, North Dakota, and will be assigned to the 34th Combat Aviation Brigade, North Dakota National Guard. Private First Class Taylene Audrey. Private First Class Taylene Audrey is from Columbia, Missouri, and will be assigned to the 35th Combat Aviation Brigade, Missouri National Guard. Private First Class Jacob Herbers. Private First Class Jacob Herbers is from St. Paul, Minnesota, and will be assigned to the 34th Combat Aviation Brigade, Minnesota National Guard. Private First Class Trevor Holt. Private First Class Trevor Holt is from Lawrenceburg, Kentucky, and will be assigned to the 63rd Aviation Brigade, Kentucky National Guard. Family members and guests selected for pinning, please come forward now to honor our graduates as they prepare to take the next step in their Army aviation careers. Please be seated. Private First Class Braden Tucker. Private First Class Braden Tucker is from Alachua, Florida, and will be assigned to the 159th Aviation Battalion, Florida National Guard. Private First Class John Vanderpool. Private First Class John Vanderpool is from Milford, Delaware, and will be assigned to the 642nd Support Battalion, Delaware National Guard. Private Second Class Dane Cross. Private Second Class Dane Cross is from Columbus, Montana, and will be assigned to the 89th Aviation Battalion, Montana National Guard. Private Second Class Arya Patel. Private Second Class Arya Patel is from Stewart, Virginia, and will be assigned to the 16th Combat Aviation Brigade, Joint Base Lewis McChord, Washington. Private Second Class Andrew Pierce. Private Second Class Andrew Pierce is from Midlothian, Virginia, and will be assigned to the 160th Special Operations Aviation Regiment, Fort Campbell, Kentucky. Family members and guests selected for pinning, please come forward now to honor our graduates as they prepare to take the next step in their Army aviation careers. Please be seated. Ladies and gentlemen, we present the newest members of the Army Aviation family. We now turn to a special part of our ceremony. The distinguished graduate will present a token of appreciation to Chief Warrant Officer 5 retired Jay Knopp. This symbolizes our sincere gratitude for his presence and wisdom he has imparted on us today. His words today have not only enlightened us, but has also added a meaningful dimension to this important milestone in our graduate's journey. The team of non-commissioned officers and civilian instructors who trained and mentored the graduates are assigned to the 1st Battalion, 222nd Aviation Regiment, and the 2nd Battalion, 210th Aviation Regiment. Together, this outstanding team instructed your soldiers in discipline, physical fitness, warrior task and battle drills, and fundamental aviation maintenance practices. They led and mentored America's sons and daughters so that one day they too may become a non-commissioned officer. The drill sergeants and instructors for today's graduating classes are Drill Sergeant Kelly Gomez Figueroa, Staff Sergeant Cody Henrywall, and Staff Sergeant Samuel Pollock. Please join us in giving a round of applause to these outstanding drill sergeants and instructors. Please rise for the playing of the Aviation song and the Army song. To fight for the right and to build the nation's might, and the Army goes rolling along. Out of all we have done, fighting till the battle's won, and the Army goes rolling along. And it's high, high, hey, the Army's on its way. Count off the cannons, loud and strong. For wherever we go, you will always know that the Army goes rolling. We ask that all soldiers in uniform remain standing and join us in reciting the Aviation Mechanics Creed and the Soldier's Creed. Family and friends, please be seated. Saints with the Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes today's graduation ceremony. Please come forward to congratulate your soldiers and take photographs. Thank you for attending. Above the best, born under fire.